Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing red and black and officially weighing in at 261.4 pounds. An outstanding professional record consisting of 21 fights, 20 victories, and all of his victories are by knockout, with only one defeat in his career. From Mirdita, Albania, the former WBA and ABA heavyweight champion, Christian Prenga. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing military camo and official weight, 251 pounds. Since capturing Olympic gold, he now has a professional record standing at 29 victories. 26 of those 29 victories by knockout against 4 defeats. Fighting out of London, England, he is the 2-time unified heavyweight champion of the world, AJ Anthony Joshua.
Luis Pabon.
Guys, here, 2 up is good. Guys, I give you instruction in the dressing room. They're having a clean match, okay? Good luck, God bless you.
The comeback, the continuation, AJ told me this week, the next chapter in his absorbing 13-year career. 5th fight in Saudi Arabia for him. It's back to Jeddah. 4 years after that rematch loss to Alexander Usyk, and look who's at ringside cheering him on now, his old rival. It's a wonderful story. So too for Albania would this be for Christian Prenga. Can he somehow find knockout number 21? AJ has 37 knockdowns and 26 knockouts at a much higher level and is a hot favourite here. But how will the British favourite have been? Seconds, and then Christian Prenga has floored him quicker than Daniel Dubois did at Wembley. Wow, what about that? 95% chance of Joshua winning tonight. That was what was said. Now he's got to get behind his jab, and there's the power of Prenga. And again, another right hand, and he's going for it early, and Joshua has got to hold on, because Prenga, one thing we know about him, boys, is he can punch.
Well, it was the right hand, wasn't it? That's the dangerous shot for Prenga, and he's landed it already, and he's got a reaction. It's down to Anthony Joshua now to get behind the jab. Stay focused, stay switched on.
Alexander watching, has Joshua's head cleared. Another left hand, is he in big trouble here?
His legs are still unsteady there, Anthony Joshua. You've got to keep those hands nice and high.
Big right hand, Joshua and he's put problems here in the opening minute and a half. And Christian Prenga stands on the verge of one of the biggest upsets in boxing history. If he can do this early, Joshua needs somehow to survive a minute and a half and get back to the corner.
There's still so much time. Those legs very unsteady. Can he find another right hand?
And he looks tired also as well, doesn't he, Joshua? His left leg, look at his left leg.
He doesn't look steady at all, AJ, and he's bundled over to the floor, and it's actually quite difficult to watch. You're right, there's something with his leg, Carl. His left or right leg, look at the balance there. A minute to go in a dramatic opener. Christian Prenga, can he find one shot for Albanian glory?
Incredible, it really is. He looks so dangerous, doesn't he?
Every time he just touches him with that right hand, he's in trouble.
Oh, left uppercut. Down he touches again, and he's going to get counted by Luis Pabon. Anthony Joshua's career on the line here, and that big fight with Tyson Fury could be going up in smoke. Christian Prenga has AJ rocking and rolling around this Jeddah ring, and this is the opportunity for the big man from Albania.
Doing the right thing, Anthony Joshua is trying to grab hold of Prenga. Stop those right hands from landing.
Trying to get his jab going, but still unsteady. Another right from Prenga. That's wide open Joshua. He smiles, but he's back to his corner after one of the worst rounds of his career. Oh my. Can he recover?
First of all, you must move and don't raise his arm.
I mean, out of nowhere, unbelievable start from Christian Prenga. It was the right uppercut.
Just before that, he threw a right hand over the top, didn't he? The one we've seen on all the clips for the build-up. Right hand over the top. And then when he got in close, then he throws out a right uppercut through the middle. He doesn't see it through the gap.
That was the first knockdown.
Yeah, it was really smart what he done there, wasn't it, Barry? He brought his feet quickly in after missing the right hand.
Yeah, just closed the gap there and just bit of a gap there. And Joshua got up too early. He was never steady on his legs for the rest of that round there. And that was 2 knockdowns, wasn't it?
2 knockdowns, 10-7 round. Dire straits for AJ, but he can punch himself, we know that. This is the round where he flattened Francis Ngannou in Riyadh. Christian Prenga has plenty of second round knockouts as well, but he is just jumping up in levels here. Joshua trying to get his combinations back together.
That's a good jab, and that's what he needs there. But Prenga needs to just walk into it now. Hands high, block that jab of Joshua, throw that right hand over the top.
Yeah, do you know what? He countered with a lovely left hook a moment ago.
He just touched his left thigh. Picked up in the first round. I wonder if that leg is okay for Joshua.
To be honest, I don't think there's any damage to the leg. I just think it was a good shot.
Took a good shot there, Joshua. He's soaked that up quite well. Left hook there from Prenga. He's not taking advantage of him that first shot here.
Joshua, much better from the grip. Christian Prenga has lost once before.
What's he doing, Prenga? Why does he like Joshua to take control here?
I think he might be hurt here at the beginning of the second round. We waited all night for drama, and boy, have we got it here as the 2 heavyweights slug it out.
That's the combination of Joshua. Jab high, jab low, right hand over the top. Slide forward with the second jab, right hand over the top.
This is what Prenga needs to be doing. Pushing forward, look at that right hand. Cannot be pushed back. Not after that opening round.
Every single fight that Anthony Joshua has is exciting. Edge of your seat stuff. But the vulnerability in that opening round was such an early knockdown as well, but he seems to have recovered. He's got his balance.
He's keeping the distance well, Adam.
Yeah, listen to his corner, trying to get that jab going again, and Prenga swinging from the hip.
Even though Prenga's had 21 fights, that's a lack of experience there. Like, not just jumping all over Joshua, or certainly trying to throw that right hand at the start of the second round.
Looking at his corner, Christian Prenga, is he beginning to feel 1 or 2 of these himself? Head looks clear of Joshua, and his feet are working again.
And he's just believing in himself there, Joshua, isn't he? But a lovely left hand.
Big shot! He's out! There's no way he's going to make this count! AJ has won in 2 dramatic rounds. Christian Prenga is knocked out, having got a couple of knockdowns himself. Well, the comeback is successful, but it was dramatic, wild, woolly, and a bit scary to watch.
two rounds of absolute madness. This man here down twice in the opening round. You felt Prenga had taken his foot off the gas and let the opportunity slip. And look what this man can do when he finds the range, finds the target with his own right hand. He's very, very dangerous, destructive.
Even though that wasn't nowhere near a prime Joshua, but it was almost a prime with the finishing combination, a solid jab and then a right hand to follow through. I tell you what though, he got himself out of jail there tonight.
He got himself out of jail big time after a terrible first round, but he gets the win, he gets it dramatically, and he gets it in the second round again. That's his 10th KO in round number 2. He's playing to the crowd now. What a character. And I tell you what, after all he's been through, and after the first 3 minutes, he delivers that. Extraordinary.
That was, man. I wondered if Prenga might kick himself the rest of his life. That at the start of that second round, he never just went for it. You know, just jumped at him. He might have got knocked out, probably, but who knows? But I mean, that was his opportunity. That's the one chance he had. He allowed Joshua confidence to get back in, and then he took over.
It's almost as if he couldn't quite believe what he'd done in that opening round. I don't think any of us could. No. But look, this man got the job done. Will we see it now?
Well, surely now.
Will we finally see it?
They both won. Tyson Fury in rather different circumstances in Thailand last night against Marius Bak. 7 one-sided rounds. First round, a nightmare for AJ in his comeback. Second round, back to business. One thing he never lose is your punch, your power, and he lays out Christian Prenga in emphatic fashion. But wow, I bet there are a few hearts in the mouths of Alexander Usyk, of Eddie Hearn, of Tyson Fury, of His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh, but that's what heavyweight boxing's about.
Well, let's have a look at this. It was that right hand there, you see, staggered Prenga back, he followed it up with another one. We always say, if you land that shot, throw it again, and look at the damage it's done there to Prenga, Barry.
But just before that, he threw a really solid jab. He stepped behind it and that pushed him onto the ropes. Then he followed it up, there you go, there. And then he follows it up with the right hand. And then you know that's a vintage Joshua. Then he knows he just got to go through the motions now. And a lovely right hand to finish. It's a great shot, and he's out on his feet there.
Well, he had a lot of people worried, didn't he? There's that jab, follows it through with the right hand. You see the leg stagger of Prenga, and it's the two that follow. That one high, then the left, one more right hand, and that's all she wrote.
He found the leverage, and he had his legs back, and Christian Prenga missed out on his opportunity, and is flattened in the second round of a shootout here in Saudi Arabia.
And Adam, there'll be more questions than answers, I feel, but for him himself to come through that little crisis and get the win, I think he'll get some validation for himself, I feel.
And you can see, he's right in front of us here. It means an awful lot. What he's been through, what he went through in the fight. Lots of relief.
Absolutely. What he's been through in life, and our thoughts have been with him for months, and then he gets back in the ring and he has an opening round as bad or worse than the Daniel Dubois one, and he gets up a couple of times, he gets himself composed, and he gets the job done. What a professional. AJ and Fury will fight. Last night it might have been advantage AJ, tonight it might be advantage Fury. It's flip-flop for years.
Oh, what a great shot this is from a distance there, and what a shot that was. You know, old foes, now friends. Usyk, incredible. What a main event that was.
And that's what power can do. You know, he looked vulnerable. He didn't look great in the first round. He looked like he couldn't see the punches coming. It looked like his chin is a question mark again. But when you got that power, it can get you out of trouble, and it did that tonight.
Relief. You, my word.
That's the face that says everything you need to know.
That says